Hello out there and good morning. My name is Beck Dugas. I'm a customer success manager with the AEC team here at TPM. I work out of our Greenville, South Carolina office. I've been here for 2 years, and it's nice to have you with us for this webinar on the seamless inter-office workflows with collaboration for Civil 3D. This is very exciting stuff. It's a new, we've had collaboration for Revit for a few years now, and now bringing in the civil aspect. This is going to be great for all of our civil folks. So I'm going to pass it over to Corey Gaddy just to give his quick introduction, and then we'll move on with the webinar.
Good morning. My name is Corey Gaddy. I'm one of the technical solutions consultants here at TPM. Been in the company almost 2 years, about a year and a half or so. My mission is to help optimize the design community through standardization and training. And I have 10 plus years of engineering experience in the civil side. So that's my goal, is to help companies get on the same page, whether it's getting up to speed for training or helping out with their standards and templates. So I will be sort of conducting the webinar here today from the technical side on the collaboration for civil.
And before Corey dives in with the presentation, just want to run through a few quick things about TPM. So we've been in business for 45 years, have 6 locations here in the Southeast, employing around 100 employees. We work with multiple different types of customers, 3,000 totally in totality that are served annually, with 20,000 seats of software and 4,000 print devices under management. So we do have a Southeastern focus. Big company resources with small company feel is what we strive for. And as you can see, these are the areas in which we service and provide solutions. And out to the right, you see the vendors we work with. So for this specific webinar, we'll be focused with Autodesk and the BIM 360 solution. And from here, I will let Corey take the reins.
All right, so as Beck alluded to, today we're going to talk about collaboration for Civil 3D. It has been around on the architectural side and MEP side with Revit, collaboration for Revit, so giving those folks the ability to work on the same drawings, sort of the same model on the BIM 360 platform and have that sort of connection. So what I want to talk about today is generally give a overview of BIM 360, sort of an introduction to BIM 360, more importantly, docs and design, and then also talk about the requirements for collaboration for civil. So you have to have a seat of BIM 360, the Autodesk desktop connector, and then the latest Civil 3D version, which is right now it's Civil 3D 2020.2. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the collaboration, how it works, sort of some of the new features and what's available with Civil 3D, as well as the BIM 360 sort of side of things with the collaboration. Okay, so on the BIM 360 side, you'll have to have a seat of BIM 360 design in order to use Collab for civil. And so once you get it logged into your Autodesk account, as I am here, what you'll notice now is the ability to create projects from the side of the civils. Okay, so we can make a new project file section for the civil, and then we can have Autodesk Civil 3D documents uploaded into that project. So from the website, you would just go here, click on upload, and then you could upload your DWGs onto the BIM 360 platform under your civil team here. And as you can see, I have a couple files uploaded here. Okay, now from the actual Civil 3D side, the way you can get to the files, if you look at our startup screen now, okay, it looks a little different, where you have your recent files show up, but it also show you the file type. So right now it's showing you whether it's a local file or a cloud file. So you can access those files right here into the cloud. Okay. In order to get those files into the cloud, what you would do is in a file that you have locally, like this surface file, all you do is go up and do a save as. Okay. When you do a save as of the doc, and what it'll do is it'll open that window as you normally would, but you can actually see your BIM 360 hub over here on the left side. So once that's all set up, your hub set up, you can get access to that hub on the left side. So right now I have a hub called TPM MS, and then I made a shortcut to my actual civil team folder here where those files are stored. Before those files are there, you would just go ahead and save into this hub. So I go to my BIM 360, pick my hub, okay, pick my project, which for me this time was 2PM Crossing. Okay, project files, and then I could go ahead and save into the civil team. Just go ahead and save that file there. Once I save that file, then it'll show up back on the cloud on your BIM 360 hub here. So it would show up in whatever folder you indicate, okay? Once that file is initially uploaded, you'll see the version. So you'll start, around version 1, okay? And as I do a save in Civil 3D, so if I go here and save, then what it'll do is it'll communicate with the desktop connector, which I'll see if I can show you what the desktop connector looks like. Let me share my other monitor here. Okay. So on this screen, if I look down at my tray, I have this little white A, that's the desktop connector, okay? And if I open it up, okay, it'll show me pending actions. And so this is communicating back with Civil 3D once I save, and it'll show me the status of that file. Once I save that file on my other screen, I'll end up with a pending action over here in the desktop connector, where I can actually see what's going on with that file. It'll show me if it's been deployed to the web yet or not. Okay, in order to get the desktop connector, let me get back to my other screen, you'll have to go on the web and just download the desktop connector from Autodesk. Okay, so you can just go and Google desktop connector, Autodesk desktop connector, and go ahead and download that connector, and that'll give you access to that connector. All right, so what you'll notice is once you're actually inside of the file, you'll see over here in your tool space that it actually shows a little cloud. Okay, so that indicates that this file is indeed in the cloud. Okay, it even shows that it's locked by me because I'm working on it. So a cloud drawing locked by me. It's showing the BIM 360 location for that file on the left side. Okay, I can also create a data shortcut in the web. So I can go ahead, whenever I path to my folder, I can just set a BIM 360 folder as my data shortcut location. So BIM 360 there, okay? And I can go to TPM Crossing and then go ahead and have my data shortcut set up on the web, all right? So I can go ahead and create my folder there through the web and path to that file as my data shortcut. And then when you look over here, then it actually shows your data shortcuts with the cloud next to it, indicating that it is a data shortcut from the cloud, and it shows you the path for that data shortcut in the cloud. So that's the way you would kind of set it up, is to just go ahead and open up that file, whether it's from scratch where you're first starting that file and go ahead and save it into the cloud, or if you had an existing file that you wanted to save into the cloud, you just go ahead and save it into the cloud and then start working on that file, and then have all your shortcuts and everything path to the cloud. Same thing applies for your XREFs. You want those XREFs to be in the cloud. Now, the one thing about the XREFs is that it actually doesn't show you for the XREFs whether or not it's actually a cloud file. It doesn't have that little cloud there, but you'd want to go ahead and pull that XREF from the cloud once you got your XREF menu open and path to the XREF. So this XREF here, you can see is actually showing BIM 360 TPM MS, okay? That's where it's found. That's kind of going through the desktop connector. Okay, so it's letting you know that, hey, it is actually on our hub in the cloud as an XREF. The suggestion is by Autodesk is that you kind of start the project in the cloud. It's not really suggested that you have an existing file that's been developed in too much of a detail, and that you try to, after the fact, upload that file to the cloud. you really want to do it at the very beginning of the project. So if you wanted to start working on a project through Collab for Civil, what you would want to do is start on a new project, get all those files set up in the cloud, and work from there. If you try to do it on the back end, it's a little more difficult because you have to repath all your surfaces, all your XREFs, and so that's a little more tedious of a process. So the suggestion is to start on a new project and originate that project sort of in the cloud from the earlier stages to get going. Okay. All right. So we talked about the desktop connector, making sure you have the latest version, which is Civil 3D 2020. Okay, the new startup screen and how it looks in tool space. Then kind of looked into the BIM 360 platform, and we discussed sort of the Autodesk desktop connector. The requirements would be that you acquire a seat of BIM 360 design in order to have access to the connector and to the hub and have it set up in the cloud. So that's pretty much how Civil 3D works with collaboration and the cloud environment, and how things kind of function in the cloud.